Out of the house and onto the road faster than Coco Gauff was out of Wimbledon.
It's the Prospector Show on Rock 107.
We asked the question yesterday, if history here in the Keystone State is any guide, we may be asking this question for a while.
The governor and the legislature are battling it out, and we are left wondering.
Now it's time for, does Pennsylvania have a budget yet?
Nope, not yet. But it's only day 2.
This has been, does Pennsylvania have a budget yet? He may not have the best sense of humor.
I don't get it.
But whoever hired him did.
Okay, you got the job.
Prospector. Mornings on Rock 107. Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
July is National Baked Bean Month, which also means it's National Please Open a Window Month. Liam Neeson's newest movie is called Ice Road Revenge. If you haven't seen it yet, trust me, you have. Delta was named the best airline in the United States. Spirit came in 9th, but keep in mind there are only 7 airlines in the U.S.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
There are things you have to do, like them or not. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107.
Like when you're hosting a morning radio show and you have to have parody songs.
Now, unfortunately, neither Kate or I have a lot of musical talent. But every year, we here at the Prospector Show strive to bring you only the best 4th of July song parodies.
But not all make the grade.
Some just weren't funny.
Ain't too drunk to set a fire, light a fuse and watch it blow.
Others were simply too ridiculous.
Yeah, Black Cat has made you an amputee. Black Cat has made you an amputee.
Our high standards and demand for quality means you'll never have to hear a song like this.
I had a flesh-toned hand and now it's turned to black.
Or this.
Yesterday, my cedar shingles didn't burn this way. A bottle rocket must have gone astray, and now I need a place to stay.
So, happy 4th of July for the Prospector Show, because we're giving you something to really celebrate. Less crap.
You're my one-eyed girl.
Fireworks equals arsons for amateurs. You're out there, you're half drunk, you're waving a sparkler like it's Excalibur, and then you know what? Boom! Your eyebrows are off, and, well, the rest is history. It's Prospector Show here on Rock 107.
In 2024, over 10,000 people ended up in emergency rooms due to firework injuries, burns, eye damage, and worse, mostly from folks trying to play pyrotechnician in their backyards.
All right, look, Kate, backyard fireworks are never a good idea, but in a way, it's just natural selections with sparkler, you know? You're out there waving around a 2,000-degree sparkler like it's a glow stick, thinking you're the Wizard of Oz. Next thing you know, your hand's a campfire story.
Exactly. The data backs you up. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says kids under 15 make up a third of those injuries. Sparklers alone caused thousands of burns every year.
Who'd have thunk it, right? I mean, come on. Joe Schmo's out there. He's got a $20 Mega Blast kit from a shady van, and he thinks he's going to outdo the pros with his fireworks? Come on. Spoiler alert. Ain't going to happen. He's going to set the shed on fire, then be crying about it on the local news.
Yeah, and it's not just injuries. Fireworks caused 800 structural fires last year. Local laws in many areas ban consumer fireworks for a good reason. Public displays are safer and way more impressive.
Yeah, the public shows, they're like the Super Bowls of booms. I'm all about this. You get that big kaboom, you're synchronized to like hell's bells, and nobody's losing a finger 99.9% of the time. But no, some genius, I got a bottle rocket in a box from Sprawl Mart and a beer. I can do it better. Good luck, buddy.
The experts are clear. Leave it to the pros. Public displays use choreography setups and that minimizes risks and maximizes the wow factor. Plus, you avoid the legal hassle and potential property damage.
Legal hassles, that's a big deal. Look, try explaining to your insurance guy why your garage is a crater. Well, I thought the Thunder Dragon was a dud. Save your money, folks. Grab a lawn chair, hit a pro show. Because like I always say, fireworks are like porn. Leave it to the professionals. Otherwise, you're going to wind up looking silly and getting hurt.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A Humane Society volunteer in Hawaii posted a video of a 10-year-old dog named Princess who's been waiting to get adopted for over 2 years. Well, now she's got her fairy tale ending. They went through a Starbucks drive-thru to get a pup cup, and the video went viral. And after 791 days, she finally got adopted.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
You know, I always thought this kind of thing was like a plant in the audience, you know?
Turns out, not so much. Good morning, it's the Prospector Show on Rock 107.
Kate, Green Day has a tradition at their shows of bringing somebody on stage, and they'll hand them a guitar and then let them play along with the song Good Riddance. I actually saw them a couple years back, and they brought a 10-year-old kid up, and he was great. And I said to my brother, I bet he's a plant.
Like he's a manager's kid or like a roadie's kid, and they bring him up every night at every show and pretend he's from like whatever town.
Yeah, something like that. But it turns out that's actually not the case. I was duped. Green Day was playing in Luxembourg Monday night, and they brought someone on stage, but it kind of backfired on them in a funny way.
Billy Joe Armstrong brought a fan on stage, and he proceeded to play Wonderwall by Oasis. Billy Joe immediately cut him off, saying, quote, "Oh, nice try, nice try."
Okay, good minor. You told me you could play this one. Nice try. Nice try.
Then he took the guitar, and the fan was ushered off the stage.
It's a funny story, though, because Liam Gallagher from Oasis saw the video of the incident. Somebody put it on Twitter, and he reposted it with, quote, "Best song of the night." Northeast PA's classic rock, Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, I think it's important for us as people, as a species, to understand each other a little bit better.
Well, we can take a step towards doing that if we spend a little time in each other's heads.
And we'll start with the ladies on Rock 107.
Now it's time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
It's almost the 4th of July. Of course, that means there are lots of fireworks displays all over Northeast PA. I love a good fireworks show. What I don't love is every idiot with a Zippo and $100 making their own firework displays. Yeah, good idea. Light off Roman candles and aerial repeaters. Preloaded fire tubes or whatever the equivalent of pyro Viagra you bought. Right in the middle of the densely populated neighborhood. It's a wonder these jerks haven't burned their house down, or worse yet, my house. I can't get to sleep because all I hear are the empty shells landing on my roof. Unfortunately, that's the closest I'll get to fireworks in my bedroom this 4th of July.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
807.
Kate, before the commercials, we did something enlightening,
Spent a minute inside a woman's head.
but now it's time for a man's head.
But a man's attention span is so much shorter.
Huh? What?
Exactly.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Stupid neighbors setting off fireworks again. It's like a war zone or a Kiss concert out there. Well, at least his hot wife is there in a tube top. Yeah, baby, I got a bottle rocket for you.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A Humane Society volunteer in Hawaii posted a video of a 10-year-old dog named Princess who's been waiting to get adopted for over 2 years. Well, now she's got her fairy tale ending. They went through a Starbucks drive-thru to get a pup cup, and the video went viral. And after 791 days, she finally got adopted.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107. Let ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
I want to know where this guy got stabbed, because why was the nurse even looking in this spot? A 43-year-old named Michael O'Neill showed up at a hospital in Florida with a stab wound last month and needed emergency surgery. Now, cops haven't released a ton of details. We don't know who stabbed him or why, but they think drugs may have been involved. This next part is the part that makes me think they were right. While he was in surgery, a nurse found his stash in his rectum. Yeah, the nurse found a ball of tinfoil with white rocks in it, along with a crack pipe and a lighter. They took Michael to jail. Once he recovered, he's facing charges for drug possession and possession of drug paraphernalia, and it's not his first rodeo. He's got a long rap sheet full of other drug charges, including an arrest last year where cops also found drugs in his backside, so it's kind of his go-to move.
Nominee number 2.
Looks like this dad took supportive parenting to a whole new level of offsides. Tempers flared at a youth soccer game in Ontario, Canada, when a 53-year-old man allegedly made a threat against a player on the opposing U13 girls team. Police say the man, a parent of a player, caused the game to be stopped prematurely due to the threat. He was arrested and charged with 1 count of uttering threats. Police are not releasing the youth's age to protect their privacy. A police spokesman stated that such behavior will not be tolerated at public events, including youth sports.
And the winner is...
the guy who threatened a kid at his child's youth soccer game. You, it's just a game, and you're not even playing in it. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to the Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Prime Cuts Podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.